Saxon Math Course 2. We're in Lesson 71, and we're going to be looking at the lesson that deals with finding the whole group when a fraction is known. Okay, so this is going to take us a little work because usually they come in the form of word problems, and some people like word problems, some people don't. So I've shortened the word problem that you find on page 502, which says this: 3/5 of the fish in the pond are bluegills. If there are 45 bluegills in the pond, how many fish are in the pond? So what I've done is I've kind of highlighted two important numbers that we find here. First is a fraction, which is 3/5, which we represent here, 3/5, and then the last is 45 bluegills, and then it asks us how many total. So we have to figure out with a fraction and part of the total what the entire total was. Okay, so when you do problems like this, okay, I'm going to erase this and rewrite up here the fraction 3/5 and 45 bluegills. Okay, alright, so to get 5/5 we know that we could add 2/5 to that and get 5/5, right? But this fraction doesn't do anything for us yet. Okay, what we want to do is we want to take this top number, numerator, and this number right here and divide those. Okay, so if we do that, 3 divided into 45, we get 15. Okay, so when we have 15, that means we know how many categories there are, or groups there are. Now, we have 3 of 15. So notice this, the bottom number is 5. So we're going to draw a box with 5 categories in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And because we just said that there are 15 in each of those categories, let's put 15 in each of those. Okay, now we said that 3/5 equaled 45 bluegills, and that's true, but we also have 2/5. Okay, so if this is 3/5, then this down here is 2/5. That means we have 30 more fish. So 45 plus 30 gives us 75 total fish. Okay, and we can find that out relatively easy based on just some simple fractions. Okay, excuse me, let's go to the first example problem, and it says that when Juan finished page 51, he was 3/8 of the way through his book. Okay, so we have 3/8 and we have the number 51. Okay, so we're going to use these two numbers first to come up with our box. Okay, now how many boxes do we have? The bottom number there shows us how many we have. So we're going to draw our box. I'm going to draw 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now to tell how many in each box, we have to use the first two numbers. Okay, so let's divide 3 into 51, and you'll notice here that we have 17 in each one. Alright, so let's fill each of these boxes in with 17, and now we can run our total. So 3/8, okay, 1, 2, 3/8 was 51 of them, and then we have 5/8, which means we're going to say 17 times 5 gives us the rest of them. Okay, and 17 times 5 is easily done by just a multiplication problem. So that's the total. Then it says how many pages, his book had how many pages. So we're going to take 51 and add it to, this is 51 over here, these 3, and then we're going to add it to these 5, and let's do 17 times 5. 35, carry the 3, and we've got 85 plus 51, and we've got 136 pages total. There's our answer. Okay, so these are relatively easy questions, and they're going to ask for this box in your answer, so be very careful in order to display that and to show that. Just one more example here, something a little bit different. It says the story in example 1 can be expressed with the following equation. It could be 3/8 p, we don't know what pages is, equals 51, and in order to get p by itself we can just flip the fraction, and what we do on this side, okay, with this fraction, we do over here. So we're going to multiply times 8 and divide by 3, and we can multiply 51 times 8 and divide that by 3 so that it's not an issue, okay? And we'll come up with the same answer, so pages will equal 136. All right. Example 3 is almost identical to that, and so I'm not going to go over that necessarily. If you do have questions on this, you can please talk to me, and I will give you the answers. All right. Have a good day.